To the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, "These are the words of him who is holy and true, who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. I know your deeds. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. I know that you have little strength, yet you have kept my word and have not denied my name." Jesus is still opening doors of ministry for his church. The leaders of Fellowship Bible Church believe we are standing at one of those open doors at this very moment. And we want to invite everyone who calls FBC their church home to join us in faith, to see what lies before us by the grace of God.
3 years ago, a group of committed followers of Jesus Christ left the Gardner campus and came to Baldwin City to start a new church. And what a blessing this church has been to this community. We've seen people come to know Jesus Christ. We've baptized people. We've made disciples. We've seen lives transformed by the grace of God. We've had some hard times and hard moments, but we've had some joyful and triumphant moments as well. We're standing in our new location. And what this means is, instead of being a portable church where we set up and tear down every Sunday, it means that we have a location where we can do ministry throughout the week. We have a permanent location, and a permanent location right off Highway 56 that's very visible. And so through the Opening Doors campaign, we can now set ourselves up for future ministry. We can set ourselves up to dig deeper roots down, sink our roots down into this community, where we can love this community better, where we can spread the gospel, see gospel renewal, and continue the things that we're doing in even greater ways.
Watching God move in the life of FBC and Baldwin City has been exciting and encouraging as they reach out to that community with the gospel and show the love of Christ in a variety of ways. But there are still many in that city who don't know Jesus, and having a center of ministry on the main street through town, we believe is a strategic move until the time comes for a permanent building there. But that's not the end of the opportunities God is opening up to us.
In our broken world, the opportunities to minister for Christ and to be an influence in his name are plentiful. And so as a church, we really need to seek out what the Holy Spirit is doing and listen to that to see where he is leading us in ministry. A couple of areas that this campaign could free up funds to be able to explore more is, one, the care of the fatherless. We've already been partnering with Care Portal and with Youth Thrive, and those have opened up many opportunities to minister to the fatherless, but we want to continue exploring those paths with those organizations, as well as just listening to what God has for us in that area. Another area that we're exploring is our international missions. Our partnership in Ethiopia, there's opportunities there to minister to unreached people groups that have never heard the gospel before, never. And so we want to prayerfully consider going to those people and even exploring other opportunities in Ethiopia. Another area in international missions is God has been bringing a couple countries across our path that we want to continue to pray about and see how he's leading us in. One is in the country of Haiti, and the second one is in the country of India. And so just asking God why he keeps bringing those ones to the forefront for us as a church. And the last area is one that came about in our Send vision when we communicated that, and that is resourcing the under-resourced church. And we've been praying to God and asking him to reveal that vision to us deeper. And he's brought some conversations along the path that we've explored, but we want to continue to explore that area of resourcing the under-resourced church, whether it's in rural communities, whether it's in KCK or wherever, to continue to explore that vision that God, we believe, has brought across our path and put on our hearts to explore that. And the Capital Campaign allows us to be able to explore that to greater depths.
The debt at FBC currently stands at $650,000. To service that debt, we have built into our annual budget roughly $75,000 a year. Wouldn't it be great to use those funds toward ministry in the church, in our communities, and around the world?
I think there are three primary challenges that we're facing as a church. The first is a challenge of faith. Anytime the leadership asks our church to give above and beyond their normal tithes and offerings, we take that challenge seriously, and we don't ask of it lightly. So there's a financial challenge that's ahead of us, and it will be met only by faith. It's going to take faith for individuals, families, to give above and beyond their normal giving. But we think there's a good reason for this. It's been explained before. There are opportunities that await us in Baldwin City. There are opportunities that await us in both communities. There are opportunities that await us around the world. So the first challenge then is a challenge of our faith. I think the second challenge is a challenge of our fellowship, because this campaign has two purposes. Solidifying the location for the Baldwin City campus to get into a more permanent facility, and then just paying down the debt. And I think it's a test of our fellowship to see ourselves as one church in two locations. So we're both contributing to each other in a manner of speaking, and we're both contributing to the whole of Fellowship Bible Church. And I think when we meet that challenge, we're going to come out as a stronger church. And then thirdly, I would say we have a challenge for the future. We don't know, obviously, what the future holds, but we see God opening doors. Again, in Ethiopia, as Eric has mentioned, in other areas of ministry, in both communities, and frankly, in areas that we don't even know right now. We've had some discussion about whether or not another site is a possibility, and we're open to that. So we're letting God forge the future for us, but we want to be ready when He opens those doors for us. So I think these are challenges that we're up to meeting. I think they're worthy of our time and attention, our prayer, our faith, our fellowship, and for God's future.
The Opening Doors campaign is a 3-year effort to firmly establish the Baldwin City campus in their new facility and to pay down the debt of $650,000. We're asking everyone who calls FBC their church home to give above and beyond their regular tithes and offerings during that time. You can give a one-time gift, or you may choose to give annually, monthly, or weekly. It would be unreasonable to expect equal gifts from everyone, but we are praying for a spirit of equal sacrifices so that the good work God has begun at FBC will be carried on to completion. Behold, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. May we walk through that door full of faith and joy.